what's up? I'm Curtis, also known as Miss Cheyenne Cox, and this is my Get Ready With Me video today. I've already taped where I'm going to do my eyes. I'm actually going to start with my eyes first. And this is normally how I get ready for a show. So, yeah, follow along. You don't actually have to unless you really want to do drag makeup. I have a mirror set up over here, so if I'm looking over there, that's why. Yeah, so let's jump into it. I'm using the James Charles X Morphe palette. Just has nice colors. I don't care about the tea in all honesty. Think I'm gonna do a blue look today. Yeah, let's see where that goes. So I'm going in with this shade right here. This one, and it's going to be my crease and my corner. Ever video on my YouTube channel, but there will be many more to come. You will have my live drag shows on here, so you will be able to watch Friday Night Lights, which I host with a bunch of queens. You will also be able to watch Tuesday's Tea on here, all of which will be done live, but also recorded and put on the channel after for anybody that couldn't make it to the live event. Yeah, so one thing that I'm super excited for is for our YouTube community, which I started to build only because I have been having so many issues recently with getting all of my stuff set up, such as Facebook Live, Instagram, which Instagram knows the tea with her right now. They try to put a ban on one of my videos that I put up last night because I had a corset on and was dancing to a sexual song, which really wasn't, but needless to say, I'm a little over it right now. I've calmed down from that. I was a little angry last night, but who wouldn't be? You know, you spend time, you spend hours working on these kinds of things just for somebody to be like, that's 18 plus, we can't have that on here. But joke's on them, had it screen recorded. So, one thing I would like to say is that with everything going on, such as like COVID-19 and everything, all of us entertainers, we've been having some issues with performing and things like that. So we have resorted to online things, and hence why this has started. I'm hoping that this works out for everyone. And yeah, I'll be posting on here twice a week, maybe 3 times. I'll be doing some random scattered videos here and there, but for sure twice a week I'll be doing Tuesdays and Fridays because that will be my Tuesday's Tea, which will have a bunch of queens in it, such as Tanya King, who is an amazing Ottawa performer. We'll have Alana Moore, Saltina, we'll have myself, obviously. And then throughout the weeks, our Friday shows that I host actually scatter and we do fan favorites. And just so you know, I'm now going in with this darker blue right here to just darken up the crease. Yeah, so it's kind of exciting. I live in a small town, so right now everything that is considered essential is basically everything that we have here. And I would like to say thank you to all the essential workers. That is everybody from a PSW all the way even to a garbage man, which I am so thankful for, because without them, I think our streets would stink. And that's not something we want. And it's a little upsetting that these people are putting their lives at risk, but you know what? They should be getting a lot more than what they are. They should get so much recognition, and that's why I said that. Yeah, I have family members that work in, you know, old age homes, things like that, and it's so nice that they're still going to work. Now I'm going to go in with this blue for the inner corner. So, yeah, but back to Tuesday's Tea, which that starts happening next week. So make sure that you're ready for that because I'm so excited. But you'll be able to ask us questions about drag, about things that you want to know, things that you were always too afraid to ask. We will be talking about. We will be talking about what a faux queen is, because I've had quite a few on my drag shows recently, and they've actually become fan favorites a lot of the time. But, you know, to each his own. I love everybody equally, so sorry for being concentrated. I'm just really trying to make them match. Worst thing about eyeshadows, especially things that are very colorful, is the fallout. Fallout's not that bad in this palette, which I'm super happy about, but sometimes the fallout is so bad and it just kind of gets really annoying. Okay. Now using the same brush, I'm just going to tap it off over here. I'm going to dip into this really dark blue over here and just carve out a nice line. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Because then after I'm going to go in with a black shadow and make my eyeliner. I'm actually terrible with liquid liner, so I just use eyeshadow because, you know, we have a huge amount of it here. So why not use everything that we have? Sorry, my mirror just fell. Having a bit of mirror issues, apparently. Okay. I'm right now using my Anastasia brow pencil thing brush. It's come in handy so much. So for all of you people watching, please leave comments on what you would like to see in a video or things you think I should be doing better. I'm so open to constructive criticism, but make sure that it's constructive criticism and not just criticizing people, because as a friendly reminder, this is my first time doing YouTube and I'm really trying. Like, I really am, and I'm hoping that you guys see that and, you know, respect that, as I will respect every single one of you. Because I don't care who you are, I will love each and every single one of you the exact same. I'm so sorry, my nose is running. I promise I don't have the Rona. So I saw this really funny picture today, and it was kind of inappropriate, but it was really funny. One of the queens I know, she posted about how Justin Trudeau is like selling his body right now to make money for Canada to pay for everything. I don't know why I found it so funny. I think it was just the animated picture, because it wasn't even like remotely supposed to be him. It is some like Family Guy picture that is just hilarious. Yeah, I know that that's probably not everything that everyone wants to hear, but I just thought it was funny, especially in this time. So still going in and doing my eyes. Okay, I'm now going to take the tape off. And it gives you that nice clean line, which I'm so happy turned out. Not gonna lie to you. Okay, ow. Just remember, if I break out, I did this for y'all. So, okay, going in with the same thing. I'm just gonna wipe it off on my hand. I'm going to do my brows with the brow, excuse me, that's in here. I know it's a little nasty, but you know what? Everybody burps. Unless you don't, and then in which case I'm sorry that I just called you out. So I'm doing a brown brow because my hair color is actually like dark brown, but with the wig that I'll be wearing tonight, it has a lighter brown root, so, or root, if you want to call it a root, that's also okay. I call it roots, but some people I know just like to call them roots, and then say, oh, your roots are showing. Like, I know. I'm sorry that we're all on lockdown and, you know, I can't get my hair done. So, this is so far my brow. I'm about to just snatch the tail of it. And I'm gonna try and not connect, but just have it kind of pointed down. Gonna go in and brush the brow. And there. You know, a not done eyebrow, a done eyebrow. Huge difference, I think, but I'm gonna do the other side. One thing I've noticed with people that do their makeup is that they always do the other side off camera, but one thing that I strongly despise is when they do that, because I want to see what struggles people go through. Like, it's so interesting to me because I can always do one side better than the other, and I always start with my bad side. So my left side is actually the hardest side for me to do, and I don't know why, but my right side is the easiest. So if I do my left side first, I know that whatever bad makeup is on this side, I just have to mirror on this side, and then it just looks somewhat the same. My mirror just fell again. Just gonna hold it up. And I will be carving my brow out, so not to worry about that. I know that one might look bigger than the other, but it's okay, it will be fixed. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is, still with the same brush, I'm going to go into the white in the James Charles palette and just go under my brow to highlight it, and also just above the blue shadow so that it highlights the shadow as well, because who doesn't love a good highlight? One thing about this white is that it doesn't show up so much on camera, but in person it actually does a nice highlighting job. I'm then going to go into the gold that's right next to the white and then actually highlight under my brow. Okay, so that's my eyes done. I just have to do my lashes, but I do those last only because then any fallout that comes out doesn't get on the lashes, because, you know, lashes become nasty, and I'm not gonna lie to you, these are already a little nasty, and yes, they're wrapped around not lash glue, nail glue, because I put nails on before every show so that I can show some sort of hand movements. My mirror does not want to stay up, you guys. Okay, so we're moving back, apparently a little bit, but maybe it's not that bad. Ooh, kind of love my eyes. Eyebrows aren't that bad, but will still be fixed, so, okay. And then next, I'm going to color correct. I have a lot of red spots from having so much makeup on recently. I've been working almost every single day, so whatever days that I have to work, a lot of the time I do my makeup. If I have online meetings, I do that for that. My drag shows, I always have makeup on. When I do pictures in my own backyard, because again, quarantine, so I have to do them myself, or a family member will help me. but I always have to have makeup on for that because I'm trying to keep everyone up to date on what's going on and still be posting and not let what's going on just affect me. Excuse me. And my beard shadow, honestly, is a little dark, but that will disappear when I put concealer and everything on. But it kind of helps that it's a little dark because it rounds your mouth out a little bit, as weird as that is. Unless you have like a really dark line, that's when it doesn't help. But for me, mine's very faint. So, okay. I'm now going to go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1. My Fenty, I realize, is great for like non-drag makeup that I do, but for everything else, I find that I have to have a lot of cover-up because I don't want to be seen weirdly, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, I just go over my lips. I have like the tiniest pimple, and it's kind of the worst thing imaginable. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm actually holding my hair back right now with a headband, because if I don't, it then just gets in my face and my makeup, and it's kind of nasty. Like, if there was something that I wish could just stop, that would be it. What else is there that I can talk about? Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have been so invested during quarantine right now to Willem's Beatdown because it is hilarious just making him, like, just watching him make fun of people. And honestly, I know that it sounds terrible, but it has been so uplifting because, you know what? He's not even, like, rude about it. He's just being Willem, you know? Like, what you would expect. Be careful when going around your eyes if you're following along with this, which I hope you're not, in all honesty, because that's not what I want. I don't want people walking around looking like me. That might scare me, like, a lot. But if you guys want a non-drag makeup tutorial, I can do that. Yeah, I can really do anything. If you guys want to, like, talk or something one day, send a bunch of questions, we're welcome to do that. I have lots of time recently, not working, you know. Okay. Here comes the nerve-wracking part that everyone's gonna laugh at me for. I'm gonna contour my face in the way that it actually works for my face. So I don't ever blend my makeup until after I have all the lines exactly how I want them. So I'm also using the Anastasia Beverly Hills like palette. I just rearranged them in the colors that I use, like how I use them. So because I matched each contour with a certain concealer because it helps highlight the part that I use it on. So maybe one day I'll just do clown makeup and just not blend my face, but I think that would get me in trouble. Like, in all honesty, like, I feel like that's just some sort of trouble waiting to happen, which nobody really wants. Nobody likes trouble. Unless you do, then congrats. You're one of the very little amount. I don't know why people like it, but so what's something else I can talk about? because I'm doing What's the Tea on Tuesdays, you guys will be able to see people in drag, out of drag. Some queens will only be in drag, some will only be out of drag. It all depends on what's going on. We started this show. Well, I decided to start this show, and then I've asked a bunch of queens to help because I feel like it's important for everybody to meet new people. It's important to expand our horizons. So what I tried to do was I tried to get somebody that, you know, somebody else wouldn't normally perform with because they aren't considered on the same bar spectrum. Meanwhile, I'm over here looking like this and, you know, just not doing well. But it's important to me for everybody that watches this to see how everybody interacts with one another, even if they do know each other, if they don't, because everybody responds to different things in different ways. So with the tea, I'll be answering questions with the girls. We'll be discussing questions, common things that that come up at shows, and common things that we deal with in our day-to-day life. Like, a lot of people, not to like dig too far deep into it, but a lot of people always ask the question of, well, are you male or female? I'm a man that dresses like a woman for the entertainment purposes. Like, I don't even care about, like, I don't know how to say this nicely. I don't care what people think about me because that's just me. Like, I care too much for people that if you don't like me, then I could care less, but just know that I will still look out for you. You could be like, you're a hateful bitch, and I'll be like, cool, are you okay? Like, do you want to talk about it? Because I feel that everybody that is somewhat hateful just really needs someone to talk to. And that's one thing that I've learned is that some people might not want to say that they need someone to talk to, but they really do. I'm also now just going in with my concealers. So what I did, just to, you know, elaborate a little bit, was I went in with my lightest contour, and then as it goes farther back, I went darker. So, because, you know, you want to chisel it out. This YouTube channel thing was actually my stepdad's idea. Little did I know that he would be so helpful. He offered to reach out to people for me to help me understand how all of it would work. And then today I was just like, you know what? I should try to figure it out for myself first because that's who I am. I'm a do-it-yourself kind of person. No DIYs here. Sorry about it. At least not yet. Okay? I don't think I would be good at DIYs. Okay. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush to do my nose. This one lost its end, which is super upsetting to me, but, you know, shit happens. So, when I do my nose, I connect it down from my eyebrow. And I like to have, like, some sort of nose shape there because, you know, not everybody has a super small nose. And I get that the illusion is to look feminine, but you can look feminine with a huge nose. You can do whatever you want. If you want to look like a skeleton in drag, go ahead. I don't care. For anybody that actually watches this, if you're looking for some cool online bookings, let me know, and I'll actually talk to you and we'll discuss maybe you performing in one of my online shows, because I'm always looking for people. And yes, this is how nasty all of my brushes get. I'm gonna go in and highlight the tip of my nose all the way up. I'm going with a lighter one. Do the top. Then go in with the lightest one and do the like up and above. So this is how I look normally on my day-to-day life. Not actually. Before blending, I'm now going to blend it out. I'll probably speed this up. Can't confirm or deny. I'm gonna have to go in with some more concealer over here, but that's fine. It happens. As long as it cuts the cheek, that's all that matters. And you know what? You always drag up on the face because you never want to go down. But again, to each his own. It's bad for you to even pull on your face, but you know, can't really get around that. Now when you do your nose, what I do is I actually go downwards around the side so that it shades my nose. And so that when I highlight it for the second time, you can actually tell. I have some really bad lines that come around my nose. And honestly, it's one of the worst things when performing is when someone's like, oh my god, I love what you did to your nose, and it's literally just my nose wrinkles. Like, it kind of becomes the most annoying thing ever. But shit happens. I'm sorry if you're a child and watching this, but if I swear, it's not my fault. I'm just a trucker about it, so. Okay, I always re-highlight with the lightest one so that where I go to put highlighter, it stands out a little bit more. You know what, this is my first time getting ready on a camera that I wasn't using as my mirror, as weird as that sounds. So my contour needs to be a little bit darker. That's one thing that I always find out. And so when that happens, what I do is I go in with, you know, just a regular angle brush, and I actually use eyeshadow, but I only use a little bit and the lightest one I can find, and like an orangey brown to just darken it up. I do have bronzer, but I find that when I use bronzer and I go online, that a lot of the times all you see is it looks like I went to a tanning bed and just never got out for days, and that's not what we like here. So I then go in with a darker brown. Make sure you bang it off because this is where it gets a little bit more difficult. You only do the outside on both sides. You get in by your nose. make sure everything is rounded out. You then get a clean brush. Make sure that there's no color on it because you really don't. You really, really do not. I promise you that. You really do not want it to look like you know, dipped into a hot pink and then something went wrong down the road. And then you just blend it out. One thing I love about eyeshadows, especially from Morphe, like I don't have any affiliation with them, like whatsoever, just so we're clear, with my 4 followers that are, you know, following me on here, just so you know, but Morphe does such great eyeshadow because it just is so blendable. Like, some of their palettes are a little questionable, but I love all of their palettes. Like, they're just so good because they have the littlest amount of fallout. Their colors are always very nice. Sometimes they're not always the best for my type of skin, but, you know, you find that out as you go, and then you just never buy that palette again, and you donate it to someone. Like, don't ever throw it out. Always give it to someone. You can find people everywhere. If you're like, anybody want a Morphe palette? Everybody, I promise you, is always like, one thing I forgot to mention is I go in and I actually do under my lip on the bottom just so that it looks bigger, because it's one thing that you should always do is, you know, one thing I notice is that a lot of people are always like, women have small features. Yes, they do. Congratulations for noticing that. But drag queens, we have a lot of bigger features that we try to make look smaller. So you see how everything is like blended and lifting upwards? I then go in with my Real Technique sponge from Walmart, not gonna lie to you. That is super dirty that we don't talk about. And we blended that out. So now the next thing for me is always, my leg falling asleep obviously, is highlighter. So going into a palette again, because, you know, it just has this really nice gold highlighter that I love. It's not even a highlighter, like it's an eyeshadow, but it is such a beautiful like highlighter color. I go in, I highlight, make sure you always highlight your nose. One thing I need to do is blend out up here. See, one thing about blending is that everyone's like, you need to blend on your first round. No. If you blend on your first round, then obviously you don't have enough on. Like, it's just how that works. And yes, I am sitting down right now. Okay. What's next for me? My next brush, I believe it's like right here. Right here. Got it. So, because of how dark everything is, I then go in with this, like, colored powder. It is from e.l.f. It's Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. And I just go over all of the darkest spots on my face to match it into my skin because it has my skin tone on it. It's kind of like my blessed up setting powder. Okay. So what's next for me is I always do mascara, and then I do my lashes. I always do lips last because then I know what I'm kind of looking for in a lip once my whole face is actually done. I know that it doesn't look like I have lashes on right now, which is why I'm about to use my Duo lash glue that says do not freeze on it. I don't know who would freeze lash glue or what would make them think to freeze lash glue, but I'll Also, these lashes need to get a cease and desist letter. They have been used for the past like 4 days in a row and not even taken care of, which is upsetting to me. So one thing I'm gonna have to do is online shop for these, which I'm trying to not online shop right now because, you know, it's still spending money that's not going into my bank account. Okay, and this is nasty. No, you're not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna go in with mascara and just, you know, plump them up a little bit because I have been wearing them every single day this week. And it's only, it's what, Wednesday? So, we've got one lash on. Here comes the second lash. And you're always supposed to trim your lashes. Don't listen to people that don't. Because if they don't fit your eye, then they look awkward and, you know, then you have a wonky lash like Gia Gunn. And that's just funny to me. And I'm gonna have so much fun editing this. Like, not really. That's a lie. Because I don't think that we want a half-an-hour video going up as our first video. Just so you know, I'm not the only one in this house right now. I'm actually with my parents. So if you can hear people, I promise you I'm so sorry. But I try to keep everyone quiet. If I have to, I will edit them out in the background. I have edited videos before, so that's not going to be an issue. I think the issue is just going to be making sure that I stay on schedule with everything, because I am running my own drag house right now. So it's been very difficult dealing with things from that and, you know, keeping everybody on their toes. I'm going in with blush now and just rosying up everything from the apple of my cheek down and then back to the apple. Okay, and then a cool trick I learned was to put lipstick on, and then if you want to, you can change the color with eyeshadow, which I always do, because, you know, there's just never enough. Okay, so I'm gonna cut on. Oh, I have hair in my mouth. Yeah, so please leave a like, some comments, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys next week, I think, or if I do some more videos, I'll be uploading them this week. Thank you!